Democrats and a growing number of Republicans troubled by the President of the United States asking the President of another country to investigate a political opponent in this country. But tonight, New York Republican Congressman Pete King, sometimes a critic of President Trump's, tells me in an interview he sees nothing impeachable about what he's heard so far.
Well, so far, I've seen nothing that's even remotely impeachable. People can question the president's judgment. They can say that it was inappropriate, perhaps. But to me, this is very exaggerated. There's nothing even remotely criminal or impeachable about it.
He has a right to ask the president of a foreign country to investigate what could be his political opponent for the presidency?
If you were not his political opponent, he certainly has the right to do it, to find out whether or not the former vice president had a conflict of interest involving a $2 million contract with a natural gas company in Ukraine. That is a very legitimate question to find out, yes.
I've known you for a long time, Congressman, but with all due respect, that's not at all what I and a lot of other people, and certainly some of your Republican colleagues in Congress read here.
Well, Bill, with all due respect, you and the other people in the media are wrong about this. Specifically, the president says, let me ask you a favor, and he talks about the 2016 investigation. Nothing to do with Joe Biden at all. It's only when the Ukrainian president then, in the course of answering that, says, I've spoken to Rudy Giuliani, and at that stage, President Trump brings up Biden. He never mentioned Biden at all at the beginning. It was the Ukrainian president did. The favor specifically, it's very clear and very specific, is talking about the 2016 investigation. Nothing to do with Biden.
It was, a lot of people, your own colleagues, read that differently. Today,
I don't know why. It's right there in black and white. They're reading what they want to read.
The acting director of National Intelligence, Mr. McGuire, said in his testimony, it is unwarranted, it is unwelcome, it's bad for the nation to have outside influence and interference from any foreign power. Rudy Giuliani said, I asked them to investigate Joe Biden. The president himself said, yes, I asked him to investigate Joe Biden.
But that was not the favor he was asking. The favor was about the 2016 election, and it was only after the Ukrainian president brought up the fact that he had met with Giuliani, and that's when the president went in. And to me, that is a legitimate question. I disagree. If that's what the DNI said specifically, I would disagree. I think the president has the right to ask it. Whether we should have or not, whether it looks bad is one thing, but he has the right to find out whether or not the former vice president had a conflict of interest.
Obviously, a heated debate on Capitol Hill and indeed the country. You can see my entire interview with Congressman King this Sunday morning at 11 on Up Close right here on Channel 7. And if you want to read the entire